Chris Sandow says, let's get the game underway. And we've had a bit of a false start. We're underway now. Chris Sandow gets boot to ball, and the Cowboys first use of it, and they've dropped it 10 out from their own line, and Asatazi picks it up, and a horror start for the North Queensland Cowboys. 9 metres out from the line with a full set. Here come the Rabbitohs as Geddes takes it forward. A couple of metres away from the line. Luke is in there at acting half. Asatazi runs the decoy wing. Ball back on the inside. Farlongo's only a metre away. Can the Cowboys hold out? What a horror start for them. Isaac Luke now at acting half. Here's Chris Sandow. Short ball. Sutton has the arms free. Thought about popping it back to Geddes, but takes the tackle. Only 5 metres away from the goal line. Plays the ball back. Ordinary pass from Luke. Falls into the hands of the fullback, Catewell, who takes it inside the 10. The Cowboys defence holding at the moment. Slow play the ball though. Here comes the crossfield kick. Merritt is there. He leaps high, takes it. Can he get it down? The corner post has been touched. I think the young debutant Brandon Bohr may have saved a try here for the Cowboys. I'm not sure that Nathan Merritt was able to get the ball down.
Well, if he didn't, it was great defence by the Cowboys under pressure, not the start that they wanted. It was a great kick, especially on a windy night here in Townsville. Everybody's on side. Kicked it to the isolated player for the Cowboys. He got a bit of cover late. Nathan Merritt climbed up above him. Did he get the ball down?
I don't think he did. We've got Russell Smith, who's getting a touch early, so it could be a long night. Nathan Merritt, great work from Ashley Graham. He didn't get that ball down. Brandon Bohr helped as well, and that'll be the 6th tackle changeover.
Well, great work by Ashley Graham. Run off a South Sydney player, then to get back involved in the tackle. Without him there, no doubt Merritt would have just rolled over and scored the try. That's no try. And the Cowboys dodge a bullet.
Youngster on debut. First involvement in the game. Is under a high ball and assisting Ashley Graham there to hold Nathan Merritt up.
Thanks, mate.
And that'll be no try, Russell. We found that out on the first replay. We've had 1 minute and 18 seconds, and Russell Smith's involved early. This should be no try. It'll be a play the ball. The Cowboys have dodged a bullet early, Gordon.
Certainly have. And a good confidence boost for the young guy on debut. Leaped up high, saved a try.
No try, goal line dropout.
I don't understand this ruling.
Well, I don't think the Cowboys ever had the ball at all. He's trying to say they took it over the goal line.
Well,
now, Merritt's caught it there. And it's been stolen.
And because he lets the ball go.
What he's saying is that it was stolen in the tackle. And what about the drop kick with the breeze 60 metres on the fly? He is saying it was stolen by Ashley Graham in the tackle. And Graham was tackled by Merritt. Well, that's drawing a long bow. The Cowboys...
Well, that's a changeover. That is a changeover. Cowboys ball, 10 metres off the line.
No try, but anyway, he's given the Rabbitohs another set. So Russell Smith involved early. Here's a short ball from wing. Farlongo now takes it inside the 30. Slow play the ball, could easily have conceded a penalty there, Ben Harris. Now here's Isaac Luke out of acting half, and don't you just love it when the Rabbitohs are wearing their black numbers? You got no idea who's got it. Now it comes to Sandow. Long ball there to Sutton. He takes the line on again. He had that left arm cocked for back on the inside, but there was no one in support. Now a penalty on 5. Steve Southern is the man penalised. Do you take the 2 or keep the pressure on for 3 consecutive sets here, Gordon? Quickly.
Keep the pressure on.
What will the Rabbitohs do? They're waiting for a decision. They're going to decide to kick for touch. Why not just take the tap? They're 10 metres out, 20 metres in.
And you want a perfect position. He's going to tap it from exactly the same spot.
Literally from the same spot. Here's Luke taking the tap. Now it comes to the number 11. Luke Stewart is just re-signed for another year with the Rabbitohs during the week. He's only a metre out from the line. They can't hold on. He's surely the Cowboys. Wing, short ball on the ground. Was it touched? The referee said no. Yes, it was. Now he says it was touched. 0 tackle. So they're going to have to tackle again here, the Cowboys. Wing to the line. Ball out to the winger, who's dropped it. Talanoa. It wasn't the best pass from Craig Wing. And somehow, after 28 tackles have been made by the Cowboys, they have held on. Outstanding defence.
But watching Craig Wing in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game, he's been running around like a chook with his head cut off. He wants to get involved. He's just got to settle down, and he should have had a run. The first touch he got, he should have just taken the ball himself, get his confidence up. Not the start you want after coming back from an injury, but he's a great player, Craig Wing.
Here's the first time they were able to play the ball here, the Cowboys, after dropping it from the kickoff. They're under pressure, and they've got to get it out from their own end. And South is muscling up in defence. Here's Brendan Ball, his first run in first grade. Only that big half. Now Carl Webb taking it forward in a strong hit up. Isaac Luke was in there.
He's
a small man who just nailed him. Vau, 9 short of halfway. They've got a gale at their back here too, the Cowboys. And they kick it low, and back there covering it is Nathan Merritt for the Rabbitohs. And so finally, and Steve Southern coming in late, could easily have been penalised as Ian Millwood looks on, and they are.
Doesn't move, and you come down the front and put your knee in.
Well, I thought that Steve Southern came in late and could have been penalised. Our own worst enemy at the moment, North Queensland. Their defence has been outstanding, but they just keep giving South Sydney the ball, and then a piggyback downfield when they're into a gale.
That's right. Well, when you've got this breeze, you want to keep the ball in play. You want the other side to come out of the corners. You want them to work hard. You want them to work hard and kick and get the ball back on your 30-metre line. You don't want to keep them giving them free rides, piggybacks down the field.
Here's Geddes. Solid defence in the middle of the ruck there from North Queensland. 40 metres out from the Cowboys line. South Sydney on the attack. They've had all the possession and field position. But the Cowboys' defence so far has been solid. There's no way through there for Isaac Luke. Now Wing gives it there to Azatazi, and strong defence again from North Queensland. They put him on his back. Dominant was the call. And so they can slow the ball down. Here's Sutton to the line. Stewart was supposed to be the decoy. He put his arm out and it came straight into the hands of Mark Henry.
0. Hold. Go. Second marker.
Here's a relieving penalty from the Cowboys, and the breeze will get them down the other end. Geddes looks a little bit perplexed, but it was the second marker that was called offside by the referee.
Yeah, well, I think the referee's got to let the game go. Early, he's been a little bit whistle-happy, Tony. He's just got to let the game flow. Just because they're on the bottom of the table, they've got to give them the same respect as you give the sides on the top of the table. Let these sides play football.
I don't think the Cowboys will be arguing after receiving their first penalty to get down here. What can they do with the ball? As Cashmere takes it forward, 22 metres away from the goal line. Slowish play the ball. Here's Carl Webb. Bayou's with him. He pops it out the back to Bayou. I don't think he passed it. I think it was knocked out. And luckily there for the Cowboys, Bayou, who went in support, was able to come up with the football before giving it to Payne. Bayumu back to Payne. Now to Cashmere, straight and hard. Azatazi's in his way. He spins. Has he got it down? Or is he held up? The crowd think it's a try.
We'll just see if we actually get scrambled the ball there, mate.
He couldn't have been in a better position.
At this rate, with Russell Smith getting his second look in 7 minutes, we'll be here until we get our plane in the morning, Gordon.
We might miss it. Well, he couldn't have been in a better position, the referee. He knows how long he took. Look at him. His face nearly touched the football. Make a decision. What are you asking the question for? What is the question you're asking? Look where he is.
Well, I'm sorry, Tony Delaceres, but if you can't in first grade make a call when you're standing there, maybe you shouldn't be in first grade. Russell Smith should send it back down and say, Tony, I can't see because you're in the way.
I'd say it's a try. I'll just say that he must only be checking if he lost control of the football. He's got no problem with the timing. Otherwise, he would have blown a whistle. He would have blown a penalty.
I don't know what he's checking it for. He couldn't have been any closer. Here's Russell Smith. It should be a try. And it will be to Ray Cashmere. They've absorbed all the pressure, the North Queensland Cowboys. And they've gone down the other end on the back of a penalty and scored. They lead 4 points to 0.
Well, it's just good direct running. A great unload here by Sayoni Faumuina. And the only way to the try line is straight and hard. And Cashmere's been a wonderful performer, strong performer for the Cowboys, and fought hard to get this ball down. This is determination. Great unload. Nearly three players in the tackle for South Sydney. Get out of my road, bite, struggle. 2 hands on the football. Great try. Well worked. Big Ray Cashmere.
Yep.
And isn't he big?
He is. That's a worry that the referee would call the video referee in when they're that close.
But Mark, with this breeze, what do you think it is? A 14, a 2-try, 3-try breeze?
Who knows, as John Williams converts the try, it's 6 points to 0. Maybe Mark O'Neill has an opinion as we go downstairs to him.
That's a great try there from big Razor Cashmere. If they're going to be any chance, the Cowboys, they need to play to their strengths, which is their front row. And last week, South conceded exactly the same try early on to the Titans. Anthony LaFranchi crashing straight over early on.
Here's the restart. Can the Cowboys hang on to it this time? And here's the try scorer, Ray Cashmere. Look at him run back and gets the offload away to Henry. He's into a bit of open space and he's up near the halfway line. Outstanding work from Cashmere. The Cowboys, Faumuina. Now here's Carl Webb. The Rabbitohs are waiting for him and they concede the penalty. They were never onside, says the referee.
No, mate, good call. You're offside.
At times like that, you don't need the penalty. You had him on the back foot. You had him on the ropes.
They're under the pump here, the Rabbitohs. They don't know what's hit them. They had all the possession and field position early, and now the Cowboys have withstood the storm. And they've got the Rabbitohs under the pump. Vayu takes it forward. They're a little bit shell-shocked here, South. Stewart with the tackle. Sutton there as well. Payne, short ball, Southern. He's only half a metre away from the line. Been forced back now.
Release him!
Payne is there at acting half. A slowish play the ball. Faumuina now to Webb. Webb, short ball, taking it forward. Bolton is still going. A couple of metres away from the line. Faumuina goes into acting half. Here's Watts. Round the back comes Henry. Pops it out the back. To the corner they go. Did Williams get it down or not? Russell Smith's involved
Just check
again.
possible obstruction. Also Brandy and quarter post.
Tony De La Serres can laugh, but he may not be if we're here at midnight.
Well, what sort of confidence does points give you? The Cowboys are under the pump. They got points now. Look at them. They look like the best team in the competition. They're throwing the ball around. They're making 60 metres. Here's the play now. Out the back, Watts. Good second man play. He's in the channel. Unload. Did he take out the corner post?
He may be looking at obstruction. No, he's gone past that. Is he into touch here? Spin by Williams, and he's well inside. That's a try. Well inside. And was there an obstruction here? I think the player we're looking at, Ben Harris, stopped before he got to the defensive line. No worries there. But I think Russell Smith will be looking at obstruction here. And watch the number 4. Stops there. And maybe...
I have no problem. There is no advantage to the attacking team. The ball carrier cannot run behind a decoy runner or gain an advantage. And he did run behind, but he was in the slot. He was in the groove. This pass, he's already out the back of him. That's just a well orchestrated play.
I'm going to say that he'll call it back eventually. Russell Smith here.
Why?
Well, look where the number 2 is. The player we're talking about, Mark Henry. But he's come from behind.
But he's in the slot.
I reckon
when he catches the ball, he is actually in the slot.
I'm just going to say, from what I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if Russell Smith just says no try. Look, I don't know anymore. I haven't got a clue what they come up with, why a try is a try one week and not. All I'm going to say.
But what about the depth on the pass? That was a 2 metre depth on the pass.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's no try. Wouldn't surprise me if it's a try. I don't know anymore. Here it is, it's a try. Gordy Tallis has called it early. Maybe he needs to be in the box. John Williams has got himself a try. It's 10-0. The Rabbitohs now are shell-shocked. The Cowboys.
Well, this can happen with the start you got. Cowboys make a mistake, you think, oh, this is going to be an easy night. You got your best player coming back in Craig Wing. But the Cowboys, they bit down on the mouth guard. They had a terrible start, but they got points, they got confidence, and just repeated it again. Got a piggyback down from South Sydney, scored points, back in their own ability, going to South's weakness. That's where they were short on the short side. A well-rehearsed play. That's good football.
Personally, I didn't think there was any obstruction at all. But I don't know anymore. I'm confused. And here's the kick from touch. It's on its way. It rubs a little bit of salt into the wounds. The try scorer converts his own try. And can you believe it? The Cowboys lead by 12 points to 0 after 11 minutes. And they had to make 28 tackles before they were able to make their first hit up.
Downside.
Well, it was worth the wait, wasn't it, Mark? To be up 12-0 after 12 minutes.
Well, let's see what the Bunnies have got. Here's Carl Webb, but at the moment, there's a strip and it'll be a penalty. At the moment, South Sydney are self-destructing. Last penalty they gave away, the Cowboys scored a try. I think they thought they just had to turn up after that drop ball. They would have crossed the line. And the Cowboys have just exploded themselves, and South don't know what to do. Here's Vayu. Now to Anthony Watts. If they go in here again, the Rabbitohs will find it extremely tough to get back in this game. Southern. Tackle made there by Champion. Here's Cashmere, 10 metres out from the line. He thought about getting that right arm free and offloading back to Payne, but he takes the tackle as Atazi came in to make sure he didn't offload. Here's Famuina popping the ball back to Webb. Payne with the dummy, turns it back to Cashmere to juggle. Now it's Webb taking them on. Good tackle, Isaac Luke chopped his legs from underneath him. Geddes wrapped him up. Here's Payne. Famuina, short ball, Bolton. He's pumping those legs. He's only half a metre away. It's the last tackle. I'll go left again. South are very short. Slow play the ball. Famuina. He just threw it blind. The intercept was made by Talanoa. They had about 5 on 3 then the Cowboys. They butchered that one, Gordon.
Well, it was a simple play. It was depth. On the try line, when they're going to come off and put pressure on you, you need depth. The only play he could have done was gone for the intercept or gone for one play. He had too many options, Famuina, and come up with the wrong one.
Well, South Sydney survived. That could have been a critical play in the context of this game, and we've only had 13 minutes.
Three, stand up, go.
They just need to get back into a little bit of a groove here, South. Hang on to the football, get to their kick, and get down the other end.
Well, sitting on the plane coming here today, Mark, I knew it wasn't going to be high intensity, but it's going to be exciting, it's going to be entertaining, and that's what it has been so far.
Well, early in the game, South Sydney had 95% possession. Now the Cowboys lead the possession stat. Now things can turn around as Brandon Ball returns the football and hit a solid tackle by Champion and Merritt. And now the Cowboys have got to work it out from their own end. Graham, who's worked with Ball to save a try early, was the catalyst for the Cowboys to turn a horror start around. Here's a good run from Mark Henry. They're just getting out of their own end too easy here, Gordon.
Well, Souths are very slow off the line. The Cowboys are dominating the play of the ball. They're strong at the play of the ball. They're playing the ball quick. They're hitting the ball on the advantage line. And Souths just can't match it with them at the moment, and that's why they're giving away penalties.
They're up to the halfway line. And on the last tackle, they're going to kick.
They're good.
And Payne, little chip over the top. Talanoa gets back there. It'll find touch. Will it? It only just. It rolls over. It's a game of inches at times. 14 and a half gone. The Cowboys lead by 12 points to 0. And a chance for both forwards to suck in some big breaths here in a very gusty night in Townsville.
strange, mate. I know your forwards are puffing, but Payne didn't want that ball to go out. He wanted the South Bay to have a play and wanted them to go back. They're the ones under the pump, South Sydney. You don't want them to regain their composure, get back into the game.
Cowboys 56% possession now.
Go, hey, Isaac, Aaron, just get your head down. Nice and easy, guys.
So the Rabbitohs have to work it out from their own end. 15 metres out from their own line. It's just been an amazing turnaround, and we've only had 15 minutes of play. Webb very slow. Get off Isaac Luke. Here's Luke Stewart taking it forward. Webb's over the top, around the legs with Steve Southern. Also involved in the tackle. Aaron Payne as Vayu lines up Geddes. Speaking of Payne, that would have hurt. As the collision between two big forwards. Azatazi offloading to Wing, and then Wing gives the ball to Sutton, and Sutton has tackled 5 metres short of the halfway line. It's the last tackle here for South, and they'll kick into a strong breeze. And Wing tries to keep it low, and Watts has it covered as it bounces away from him. He's 10 out from his own line and throws a long pass there to Brandon Bohr. Reminds me a little bit of Tamana Tahu. There's a look about him, doesn't he, Bohr?
Well, he's got that height. Started selling furniture for Joyce Main and toasters and computerware at the beginning of the year, and now he's playing first grade.
Williams. You're spotting those raccoons tonight, aren't you, Gordy? You got it all there.
Yeah, no, Mark, you want a free fruit?
Vayu. He got one. 5 short of halfway. Payne will kick out of acting half. Merritt has it covered, takes it on the fly. 10 out from his own line. It's a reasonable chase here from the Cowboys, and there's nowhere for Nathan Merritt to go. Really, South's forwards are taking their time to get back as well. Here's a penalty, and Steve Southern's hurt. You see him down there, holding that shoulder again. He's gone.
And I believe he is the glue to this Cowboys performance. I know Matt Bowen and Jonathan Thurston, they get all the raps, and deservedly so.
That's all we can do.
But this guy and Aaron Payne, I reckon, are the backbone of this pack. Makes every tackle possible. Looks like he just got in an awkward position there.
Just a nothing, was it? It's sometimes the most simple ones that
you just hope it's not serious.
Well, or that's the dislocated shoulder. He's had problems with his shoulder. He's had reconstructions. He's just back. And I'm sorry, but I think he's gone. He can't, surely. I know he's a tough man.
But you just hope it's a new injury. You just hope it's something different.
He's not getting up. He can't. He can't be. He just got caught in a bad spot. That is extraordinary. You talk about courage.
Oh, well, maybe he got a burn. There's a bit of scar tissue in there. Obviously, sometimes when you do get scar tissue and you do get in an awkward position, it does burn. It doesn't mean that you re-injure your arm. And it settles down and it goes away.
I reckon that came out and has gone back in.
Dr. Braybrook.
Well, look,
Days of our lives.
I'll keep an eye on him, and he's holding that left arm very gingerly. He made the first tackle there. That is good stuff from Steve Southern. You look at it as a teammate, you're looking standing next to him, you don't want to let him down. As now Wing into space, links up with Champion. Good tackle from behind by the debutant Brandon Bohr. They're only 10 out from the line. Luke Sandow to the line, kicking, intercepted, knocked on. Famuina thought he may have cleaned it up. The referee said no.
And he saved a try. He saved a certain try. Sandow, this is why they got him in there. Chased his kick through. Craig Wing was there. They both knew it was on. It was a set play. You don't mind. There's Craig Wing. There's his first one. That's what you want to see. Craig Wing running the football to the line. That's his best play of the night.
The Rabbitohs, can they hit back? Farlongo almost got through the tackle there of Mark Henry. There's only 5 out from the line. Ordinary play the ball. Wing to champion. They're sliding here, the Cowboys. And Boers come up with a good tackle. I thought they were going to slide and let them in, the Rabbitohs. Merritt acting half. Here's Wing. Now it goes to Stewart. Stewart takes the line on and is tackled by Cashmere in pain. He's only 2 out from the line. Luke at acting half. Across field to Sandow. He runs behind. A teammate throws it out the back. Talanoa, who had the goal line beckoning, took his eye off the football and it went over his shoulder into touch. He knows that he has bombed an absolutely golden opportunity here for South Sydney. How does he not score that?
Well, he takes his eyes off the football. That's how he doesn't score it. Grab the football first. Fatuli just took his eyes off the football. Great vision by Sandow. But I think you're right on Steve Southern. I have been watching him and he is struggling.
Second row's behind, both of us.
And if the Rabbits can get an opportunity to run at his inside shoulder, his left shoulder, I think he's going to struggle a bit. The trainer's coming back out to him now and I think he's running straight off.
He is coming off here, you'd think Southern, but if someone ran at his left shoulder straight at him, he'd just throw his body in the way.
Oh, it's Carl Webb coming off.
Carl Webb coming off and Shane Tromp we just saw coming on the first interchange. They're coming to the side of Steve Southern as Watts takes it forward. Southern pushed out of the way of acting half by Payne. Here's Tromp. Geddes there to make the tackle. Also there was Stewart. And finally bringing the ground. And there's Carl Webb. He's limping up the tunnel too, so he's not 100% either. Here's the kick, and a fine touch here by the Cowboys. And that was a kick that I think what they wanted to find touch, but I'm not sure whether when you've got a strong breeze at your back that, as you mentioned before, Gordon, it's necessarily the right play.
Yeah, well, you want to keep the ball in play. Obviously, it's mind games when you run into the breeze. It's always hard. Obviously, everybody's run into the breeze at some time. It always feels a little bit harder. And of course it is. It's nature, but the more the Cowboys can keep it in the play, and I know it sounds strange, but the South Sydney guys are so deep. I reckon a short little chip or little grubbers, really, they've got to change up their kicking game. The Souths are certainly protecting the 40-20.
Stewart standing 5'8" from the scrum. Wing. He tries to put Capewell on the outside. Did he get a hand to it? The referee said no. Luckily this time Talanoa was there to tidy up. Simpson. Short of halfway, South end of the field. They trail by 12. Just over the halfway mark of the first half as Farlongo takes it forward. Still no movement on the interchange bench for South Sydney. Azatazi. Now Wing. Sandow takes them on, tries to push away from Payne. He made a very good tackle. Also there, Ashley Graham. Last tackle here for the Rabbitohs as Champion goes down the short side. Now to Merritt, kicks off the leg of ball, not played out for mine. It'll be a Cowboys loose and feet. He's saying he played out for him. Well, can someone explain to me what Brandon Bohr could do other than...
Mate, there's both 1 metre away from the incident. Okay, it's played out.
How was that played at? He's the best player I know in the world if he played at that. A kid on debut to play at that football to know, listen, it's going to get past me here. I'm going to make the tackle. His body language was telling me he's going in to make a tackle.
Well, it's given the Rabbitohs an extra set. Big call from the referee. And South Sydney find themselves 12 metres away from the goal line. Here's Wing taking them on and getting sandwiched there. Famuina making the tackle with Trump, just a couple of metres away. Change being made. Manikafara on for the Rabbitohs. Geddes is off as Sandow takes them on as 5 metres away from the line.
Stay square.
Luke goes into acting half. Short ball to Azatazi, trying to spin out of the tackle. Pops it back to Sutton. Sutton standing, looking, taking the tackle 2 metres away from the line. Luke, Wing, short ball. The defence is there again from the Cowboys. Famuina is saying he lost it. Referee said no, he didn't. Farlongo plays it. Wing to the line, the kick. They tidy it up. Did they lose it? Referee said no, and somehow the Cowboys' defence holds again.
Well, the Cowboys have been short on the left-hand side for 4 plays there. They just didn't get the ball in the right area, South. The last play they went a kick. Johnny Williams did well. It looked like he did lose the ball, but he must have grounded the football. But the Cowboys were that short, and South didn't get there. They didn't get the ball into the right area. They've actually struggled going left to right passing tonight, South Sydney.
Did he lose it? He did. He tried to convince the referee that he caught it in his legs. But they've come up with an error here, the Rabbitohs. Straight through. What goes around comes around, I suppose. They got a lucky call a short time ago, and the Cowboys survive as we go down to the touchline. Mark O'Neill.
Yeah, well, the injury news on Cole Webb. He's got a sprained right ankle. They're restrapping it and icing it at the moment. They'll give him 10 minutes to see if he can take further action in tonight's game. And for the Cowboys, the halves, they haven't been named there, but it's actually Sione Farmer-Weena and, of course, Mark Henry playing there. Sometimes less can be more as they just play to their strengths. Their forwards up the middle. Their defence has been outstanding so far.
Both are back, mate. Front leg up.
I can't believe Steve Sutton's still out there.
Yeah, mate, you see that? That's
Scrums are no longer a scrum. The hooker is now feeding the scrum. And we've had Greg Burns packing in there. A hooker. With blokes all over the place. Gordy, where would you have played in this day and age? You would have been a left centre or something. In the scrum, you wouldn't have been in the scrum.
Oh, have you seen this now? It had to hide somewhere. I had to get a breathe.
Famuina back to Watts, little chip over the top. Here's the chase, the bounce important. It's a good one for Capel, who shows some courage and turning defence into attack. And the tackle was made by Watts. 2 of the littlest men on the field come together head to head.
And it was a great play, the Cowboys. It's the right play. Just well defended by South Sydney. Luke Capewell, equal to the task.
A little bit of enterprise as Atazi will play.
I've got a feeling that South will score more than 12 points in the second half. If they get this breeze with Craig Wynn's kicking game, there's Johnny Lang on the sideline.
Is the coaching consultant now with the Rabbitohs, or some title he's got? They're in charge of the football side of things.
Well, there's only one bloke that could...
There's a kick from Sutton. Watts with an awkward bounce, does well to tidy it up, and the tackle was made by Bo Champion.
Well, there's only one guy that could take on Johnny Cartwright for the most animated coach, and that's Johnny Lang, so he had to come back to get the award at the Dally M's this year.
Graham spun out of the tackle there of Isaac Luke, and there's Ian Millwood looking on. This is Henry. Certainly been an entertaining first half. We have plenty to talk about. Henry gets up limping there as Famuina takes them on.
Well, I think the Cowboys showed last week you don't have to get to your kick and just chase and try to arm wrestle your way to a game. This is a game of football. They train all week. There's more skill today in today's game than there's ever been before with the amount of skills they do at training. Why don't they show them? Why would you tuck the ball up underneath your arm? Great shot there.
Ashley Graham in the tackle with Mark Henry.
But if I was playing football, obviously you're not going to win, and you're not there to please the fans. There's the shot again. You've got to win footy games at the end of the day, but you like seeing guys that go out there and back their own ability, and that's what these two sides are doing now.
Shannon McPherson on for Luke Stewart for South Sydney. Gafoa plays it, just short of halfway. Wing turns it inside to Azatazi. Burns there, Bolton, I should say, to make the tackle with Tronk. Just over the halfway line, the Rabbitohs go on. The last tackle comes to Sandow. He's going to kick it, keeping it low between winger and fullback. Bohr and Watts are back there, and Bohr now has a hit up. He's done well on debut, the youngster. Under pressure right from the first minute. He's really handled everything that's been thrown at him. Graham. And that's Williams coming from the far wing, I should say. First in there with the tackle, and Manikafoa.
If these two sides have got a problem, they don't have enough players out there that back up their efforts.
Famuina just threw that down on the ground behind him. Went backwards, says the referee, and that was a fair call.
But what I mean by that, Mark, is some of these guys, they do run really good shot, or they do two tackles in a row, but then they stop on the next play and then...
Around the neck, a grapple tackle, says the referee. And so penalty here to North Queensland. Repeat set here.
If you watch the plays like Denny Badiris, the Cameron Smiths, the Craig Fitzgibbons, the Darren Lockies, they don't give up on every play. They are involved in every play. The clubs out here, or some players, just don't do that. They just switch off. Once they've done their 2 tackles and they're a left side defender, they just switch off. I'm not doing it anymore.
Trump up towards the 10-metre line. Opportunity here for the Cowboys. They lead by 12. 10 out from half-time. Here's Payne. Now to watch. Quick pass. Williams, the forward call comes from the touch judge.
Incorrect call. Get depth. All week you train about depth. Stay deep. You've practiced this play a million times, and the depth had to be with Watts. He had to receive and pass. That's not a speed play. That's not a running hard play. The pass catches them out there.
Second row was in.
Wasn't much in it.
Second row was born.
Wasn't much in it. But that's the difference of winning and losing.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying, I've seen them let go.
What, in rugby union? And gridiron?
I've seen worse passes let go.
Right there. Second row was born. Chris Hole. Out.
Manikafoa taking it forward for the Rabbitohs. They're 12 out from their own line. 12-0 the score. They will have a very, very strong breeze at their back in the second half, South. They can't afford to go in there 18 points down.
No, they can't. That's why. And I think Cowboys...
Here's Azatazi into a bit of space. They've got numbers here. They must score surely. Azatazi, he'll go all the way himself. The captain's over. What a try from Roy Azatazi. It came from nothing. No one wanted to tackle him, and the bunnies are back. 12-4 with a kick to come. Roy Azatazi, what a try.
Chris.
Well, it's a year of the front row. Roy Azatazi, take a bow. Just hit a hole, look for the support. Use his footwork, use his strength. Sums up the option. I'm going to go myself here, the Fen. Did any front rowers score tries like that back in the old days? Did they have the speed?
Lazarus is the team who scored a few.
Hey, listen, I played with Glenn Lazarus and I played with Shane Webke, 2 of the greats, and Petro Sivanasiva. There's another great. I didn't see those blokes score tries like that. It was Dan Hunt against the
He won't let go of the ball.
Then he kicked the goal.
Well, someone should kick it because the referee hasn't stopped the clock. Someone's got to kick the goal, please. Roy, give the ball back.
It'll be the fine, won't it?
I think he believes that if you score a try, you get to keep the ball. That's how rare it is for him to score a try. He doesn't know that there's a goal kick afterwards.
And he's put pressure on the goal kicker now for the time frame, hasn't he?
They get fined, was it 90 seconds they've got?
Yes, mate.
Doesn't mean that they call time off, but the referee should have called time off by now. The clock continues to wind down.
Well, I think he's rushing this kick a little bit, Isaac Luke. He knows.
He's 18 metres out. It's about 16 metres in from touch. They needed that one, didn't they, South Sydney? And it's the captain leading the way. Isaac Lukey's hooked it. It's a shocking kick. As we head down at the touchline, Mark O'Neill.
Well, Isaac Lukey creates many opportunities for the Rabbitohs, and the more opportunity he creates, the more the players tend to queue up to run for him. You see, getting out of dummy half there, Azatazi knew to hit a hole, and he did the rest of the work. They were all queuing up there. It's interesting to note, too, that the Rabbitohs have scored 69% of their points in the second 20 minutes of each half. So apart from the 15 minutes, they'll come home strongly this half and the back end of the second half, doing it the hard way.
As you can see there, Azatazi coming from the field, and Michael Greenfield is on. A deep kick there from Ashley Graham. It almost went over the dead ball line, and here's Manikafoa returning the football.
Movement! Oh! Go.
McPherson, Greenfield on the field.
2.
He's about to get a hit up. As he comes to the left-hand side, and
Go, 2.
Luke will try and link with him. There he is in jumper number 20. Towards the 30-metre line he goes. 12 points to 4. He's feeling a little bit more comfortable now, the Rabbitohs. They're just starting to get into the rhythm in this game. They're all over the place. The 5-minute mark. It was all the Cowboys. And the Cowboys had their chances, and maybe those chances will come back to haunt them.
Well, they dug their heels in South Sydney. They stopped the tide, and now the tide's turned. They've got all the momentum. The Cowboys are under pressure now. This is the first time that they've kicked and kept it in. Strong defence by South. Now rev up, South. You've got to get into him here.
It's a heavy landing there for John Williams, who was sold a little bit of a pop there. Here it is again. Didn't get past the horizontal. They kept him on the plane, and there's some heavy bodies landing on top of him there. Ball will play. Here's Graham. McPherson there with the tackle. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Here's Tronk. Still going Tronk over the halfway line. Last tackle here for North Queensland. Famulina is going to kick into the corner. It chases on. It'll find touch though. So the scrub will pack down 10 metres out from the Rabbitohs line. Ray Cashmere having a well-earned rest for North Queensland. Still no sign though of Sam Bowie on debut. There's Azatazi and Geddes, the two starting front rowers, having a breather. Neither side really in any hurry to have this scrum.
Well, it's been an entertaining first half. They've thrown the ball around. They've played an upbeat game in attack. It does take a lot of energy out of you. Believe it or not, whether you're in attack and defence, if you're throwing the ball around, you're kicking and chasing, takes just as much out of you.
You've got to be careful here, the Cowboys, and that pass was forward. You could hear the touch judge, Adam Devcic, call the referee, and now the Cowboys want to pack the scrum quickly. I was going to say they didn't want to concede another try here on half-time.
Well, for the life of me, he either thinks he's going to pass before or pass too late, or he's not fast enough to get around them. They all want head starts winning.
Second rows combined.
Like, is it a huge embarrassment if you get run down as a winger? I don't know. Like, it's not in my mentality to know what goes through a winger's head. But just stay on side. Oh, well, mate, actually, I have been hard on wingers, but they do. Look, their job's got tougher over the years.
This is a critical time here for both teams. 12-4 with 4 minutes to go to the break. We so often see tries scored in this part of the game. Set play here from the Cowboys, and Talanoa read it well, and Mark Henry is tackled 15 metres out from the line. Famulina to Tronk. 10 metres away from the line. North Queensland lead by 8. Can they extend the margin? Right on half-time, Famulina tries to run over the top of them. I think he's got the ball down. We're going to check again.
He just got possibly double movement there.
He was about to award it. Looked at his touch judge on this western side, Adam Devcic, who I think said, I'm not sure. We're going to check with Russell Smith again.
We'll put this to the setup. Great determination by Famulina. He knew where the try line was.
Well, he hasn't moved it forward. Initially, I thought the ball was on the line.
The ball's on the line, it's a try.
Yeah, I thought it was initially on the line there. And there I think he pushed it forward, but I thought initially it was on the line. I think there was certainly a second motion. There, is that ball on the line there? And then he moves it forward.
That angle, I say no. The first
angle, I say no. The first angle, I thought
say
it was.
yes.
Yeah. I didn't. That angle looked like it may have been short, but I thought the first angle it may have been on the line. But there's certainly a second movement there.
Yes, mate.
On the second angle, I say no try.
On the second angle, the first angle,
I say try.
Yeah. It'll be no try.
50-50.
And there it is. Penalty to the Rabbitohs for a double movement from Sione Famulina.
Well, the better camera angle was camera took the second one, and you couldn't possibly give it a try.
Down at the touchline, Mark O'Neill.
Well, unfortunately, guys, the report on Carl Webb, he's been taken to hospital. As we watch a replay here from Farmawina, he's been taken to hospital with a possible fractured ankle. So he's gone off to get scans. Bad news for him because he was in terrific form. He started this game very well.
Doesn't get worse, really, for the Cowboys, does it?
Well, we saw Luke Bailey walk off the field the other night with separated bones. Glenn Lazarus did the same thing. Anthony Mundy, and I played with both of those. Both of those laid there. Carl Webb, what's in the water with these front rows?
Lazos was...
Oh, it was sick.
It was a bit more than...
Yeah.
It was a
But
shocker.
it's the same result. But Lazos wasn't good.
Here's Wing injecting himself. Now the Cowboys have got to hold on here just before half-time. There's 2 minutes to go. Last tackle in this set from South. Sutton, Sandow kicking. It's between the winger and fullback. Watts with an awkward bounce. He passes it. He's in goal to John Williams and says, do your best, mate, and he's under the pump. Williams is going to sleep tonight, isn't he? Can the Rabbitohs force an error here from the Cowboys? They're certainly muscling up in defence. Bolton towards the 20. Is this where you're going to kick early when you've got the bruise at your back, Gordon? Get out of danger. They get a penalty.
Call moving, this one in the front.
Simpson, the centre, is the man penalised. He didn't take it on the mark.
Well, the referee wasn't on the mark.
A few years ago. That would be
A scrum.
an indiscretion from the attacking side. Now they get to do it again. Times have changed, Gordon. You've got the laws of the game over there. They don't mean that much anymore because there's all these interpretations.
On the halfway.
But it's certainly a relieving penalty there for North Queensland as Tronk takes it forward towards the 40. A minute remaining on the clock till half-time. Now South have to try and hold on. Burns takes it forward. Payne out of acting half. Here's Tronk. He then throws an offload. Did it go forward? Went backwards, says the referee. Burns dived upon it. Still a chance here, the Cowboys. Found the winner. Watts ball back on the inside was forward. Picked up here by Merritt. And will South try something flash with only, what, 25 seconds remaining. McPherson. Greenfield, 10 short of halfway. Look like they just happy to go to half-time here. The Rabbitohs, only 8 seconds to go. Wing. The middle, he's trying to back away from Tronk and taking the ground 40 metres out. Maybe this last play of the half. They might put it in the air. Sutton, a little chip over the top. Sandow was there. Off his knee was it, but back covering up was John Williams. He gets away from the tackle of Merritt. Can't get away from Simpson. The siren's gone. It's half-time here at Dairy Farmers Stadium. It's been an entertaining first 40 minutes of play, and the Cowboys lead the Rabbitohs by 12 points to 4. Tony Laceris gets us underway for the second half with the Cowboys leading 12-4, a short kick-off. Sutton is under it. He's lost it forward off the knees there, I thought, and the referee agrees of Ben Harris. And the Cowboys have come up with possession. Well, they tried some different kickoffs against Melbourne last week, and South Sydney were not expecting it.
Well, they had time to perfect it because they had 9 last week, Mark.
Plenty of practice. They're 10 metres away from the line. And like we saw in the first half, the team receiving the football from the kickoff is under the pump straight away. Good tackle. Made there by the number 15, Shannon McPherson, straight through the legs of Famuina. He goes for the line, he pops the ball back, and diving over, they've scored a try. The Cowboys have started miraculously. I think it may have been Ashley Graham. Famuina is getting the high fives, but he popped it back, and Ashley Graham scored the try. What a start.
Well, they used this kick-off to great effect last week. Sutton knocked it on. Did it come off his knee? Yes, it did. It come off his shin, actually. He played the ball, then the South Sydney were under the pump. Balmawina like the first half. He backs himself. He played tunnel ball there. Picks it up. He goes strong. Get out of my road. Out the back door. Drops it out the back. Awareness just to drop down at his feet.
All he had to do was fall over.
Well, he won't score an easier try than that, Mark Grable.
He just had to fall over. Look, he's just dropped to the ground. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Gordon. I reckon I could have scored that. If someone said to me, all we're going to do is fall over, I reckon I could have handled it.
Oh, you had to run 50 metres first. Don't forget they kicked off.
Well, true. Yeah, fair enough. Right, I'll stand corrected. I couldn't have scored it. There's John Williams. What a start. They couldn't have asked for a better start after they had such a horror start in the first half. And they're going to add the extra points. They lead by 18 points to 4. The Cowboys in front at Dairy Farmers Stadium.
Well, I just hope that the Cowboys just don't put the cue on the rack now. If they do, South Sydney will come back and they will win this game. Keep on playing the expensive game you're doing. You did it against Melbourne last week. I think you got a little bit gun-shy when you hit the front or you're in a chance to win the game. Keep on backing your own ability.
Let's go down to the touchline. Mark O'Neill.
Well, that's the exact opposite to the start that South's coach Jason Taylor was looking for. A try that apparently Mark Braybrook could score. But from their sheds, there's no injuries. They're looking to control the ruck and get their support play. Just pick up this intensity in the first 20 minutes and they believe they'll be right to come home. From the Cowboys, they're happy defensively. They're looking to play it straight up the middle and get to the last tackle. And Steve Southern's injury was just a pinch in the shoulder. He'll be right for the rest of this match.
Just a pinch in the shoulder. Right, Gordon Tallis is high-fiving himself here in the commentary box.
I do watch Grey's Anatomy, Mark.
I reckon there's more to it. Bayou plays it. Here's the kick from Balmawina. It's going to be an bounce, and Capewell does well and read that it was going to bounce to his left, and now he returns the football. Former East Tiger from Brisbane. From the bush in Queensland as well. 25 out from their own line. Champion. George Nadira is on for South Sydney. Ball out the back and off the legs of Nadira. Did he get it back? No, the Cowboys have come up with it. No one was expecting the offload from Greenfield. They've gone to sleep there, South, and they're going to pay for it because the Cowboys have got great field position again. Burns. 20 metres away from the line. Balmawina back to Tromp. Runs it as Atazi. He makes the tackle. Ball out the back. Was it stripped? The referee's going to play on anyway. Henry, they've got numbers here. They'll go for the corner. Here's a try. Ben Harris has scored. It is showtime in Townsville.
Only 3. We just checked the corner post, thanks.
He must be getting paid by the decision, Russell Smith.
Goes into the process.
Did he get it down
I'll
before
go out on a limb.
the corner post was taken? I'm going try.
Try.
Clearly a try to Ben Harris. Surely Russell Smith won't need to look at this one again.
Well, it comes back to Michael Greenfield overplaying his hand. Shane Tronk did exactly the same play, but the Cowboys were aware. They were around the honeypot. They picked up the ball.
There it is. Ben Harris gets his 6th of the season, and the Cowboys may have blown this open 22-4 with a kick to come.
Well, this is Greenfield. Here he is. He's up. George Nadira tried to pick up the ball, took his eyes off it, but Mark Henry across field, he knew where it had to be. He had to run across field, and Ben Harris has used his body well. This is a good try. Out the back, staying in motion. And South Sydney are in all sorts at the moment.
Right from the start of the second half when they didn't get the ball from the kickoff. And the same thing happened in the first half when they're under the pump. There's no one there taking control to try and settle them down. They just seem to lose direction, and the change is being made. Luke Stewart is coming back on as Williams has kicked the ball not very well. Also Isaac Lucas coming back on. So being dragged straight away, Greenfield and George Nadira. Nadira has had what? 5.5 minutes. And both those interchange players have come straight from the field as we see the Harris try again.
Downside.
But Mark, like you say that there's no one. I think the competition is lacking guys that will just take the ball by the horns, tell his players what to do. I don't know whether it's Generation Y or whatever. You cannot be afraid to get up to your teammate and tell him what to do on the football field, and then after it, you chink a beer and say, mate, I'm sorry about that, but mate, you were doing something wrong. I don't think these guys or footballers today are as honest with each other as they have been or were in the past.
Bolton, strong hit up there. So immediate reaction from Jason Taylor, Madeira and Greenfield straight to the bench. There's the coach looking on. 22-4, 3 converted tries the difference. There's still plenty of time for South. They've got a strong breeze at their back.
Stay there.
The 2 tries in the first 6 minutes of the second half, and Watts, little chip over the top. Can he get the bounce? He can. He kicks again. This is the try of the season, surely. They're in again. They're on fire, the Cowboys in Townsville. Ashley Graham's got himself a double. 3 tries within 7 minutes. You don't see much better than that.
Well, at the moment, this is the best play in the NRL. With the emphasis on line speed, you've got to get up, you've got to get in the play, you've got to put pressure on the kicker. What? Great chip over the top, regather, another perfectly weighted kick. And Ashley Graham, he's got a double and runs around to improve the position.
I couldn't have scored that one.
Mate, neither could have I.
I reckon you might have gone close, Gordy.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Watts? He stole that ball from Sutton. He wanted it more than John Sutton.
The chip and chase, I think, is the best play in the game. With all this structure and marker defence and watch the dummy half and do this and let's push up and, you know, the first 3 yards have got to be quick. It's very hard for the front rows to turn and chase. And the nip and the skill level of our halfbacks these days, they got a ball on the string.
No kicking tee. The referee's finally called time off. We've wasted minutes in this game for kicking tees, for Roy Asatazi not giving the football back at scrums. It's about time something happened. The punters pay money to watch the football, not to watch people stand around at scrums or waiting for kicking tees to come out. There's my editorial for the night, Gordy. About 8 minutes of the second half, about 3 tries. It's been pretty entertaining stuff.
Well, why don't we do this? Every time a try is scored and he awards it, time's off until the kick's being kicked. Yeah. Why don't we take that out and then take as long as you want to kick the ball? And then you get 80 minutes of football. How does that sound?
Talk about it on Wednesday nights. Here's Williams from right in front. He adds the extra 2. What a start to the second half. 28-4, down to the touchline, Mark O'Neill.
The Cowboys are on fire at the moment. There's a great individual try there from what you see. Isaac Luke putting pressure on him from the outside. That didn't limit his options, so he had to go either left or right. He went left. Graham held shape and was there to catch that try and bring it round under the post. Great work, Cowboys.
You won't see too many better than that. South Sydney are just stunned. And it's been a tough season for the North Queensland Cowboys and their supporters. 28-4. They haven't won in 2 months. I'm sure Jonathan Thurston and Terrigal will be lapping this up. We'll give him a boost heading into Wednesday night. As the downer is Carl Webb off to hospital for x-rays and a possible broken ankle. Luke Stewart's been called offside, but he stayed out of it as Sandow makes the tackle, 10 short of halfway.
Well, look, I think the Cowboys, look, they've had a disappointing season because I thought they would have been in the top 3. But if you read the paper, out of the 4.1 million you get for a salary cap, they've only got 1.4 out there on the field tonight. So they've got 11 players out there with Carl Webb, that's 12. I think they're doing a pretty good job. You saw the Roosters the other week. They had 4 players out and got beaten by 50 to Manly at Brookvale. So the last month of football has been pretty consistent. They just got to keep on building on it and make sure that this proud community doesn't get the wooden spoon.
Well, let's see what South Sydney can do. Half an hour to go. Maybe when you're playing a side that's lost 8 in a row, you score one and score another, they start looking at the scoreboard. South have got to stay patient here. Here's a penalty for a high tackle. Roy Azatasi has come back on for Souths. There's the high tackle. Manassi Manukafo has come from the field. Here's Kashmir coming back on. Stewart taking it forward. Important set here for the Cowboys. South Sydney will be desperate to score as Azatasi takes on the defence, and Bartlett, who's on for the Cowboys, makes the tackle. They're only 2 metres away, though, the Rabbitohs. What have they got here? Luke to Wing. Wing back on the inside to Farlongo. He's only a metre away. Bambi Winger there to make the tackle. Bolton there as well. Luke. Sandow takes them on the defence. Reddit had him covered. Bayou there with the tackle. Luke at acting half. Sutton. Now it comes to Wing. Wing there to Champion. Quick hands, knocked down. Played out, says the referee. The tackle count will restart. It's back to 0. Graham with a tackle on Merritt. Wing to the line, looking, and had the arm free. Azatasi, as you see, they arrived just a fraction late. Luke cuts at Azatasi. Sandow over the top. Simpson off his wing. The tackle missed. Must score. Talanoa for the corner. Did he get it down? The referee is going to, surprise, check with Russell Smith.
Just check sideline. I'm happy with the grounding.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe his legs went over the sideline.
Not sure that he got low enough. I think he still may have got it down. Did he get down low enough?
Did his legs
Try. We don't need to see that again, surely. Russell Smith, our video referee, he's had that many practices tonight. He should be able to get this one pretty quick.
But it's a pretty good hit back by South Sydney, and a much needed one. But they have a problem, and I played at the Broncos, and Wayne Bennett used to have a problem, and he's a great coach. It's a try. You can't have blokes like Petro and Webby off the field for too long, especially over the halftime break. Roy Asatasi's off the field. Cowboys score. They score 2 quick tries and maybe put the game out of reach. 3. And maybe put the game out of reach for South Sydney.
And as soon as he's back on,
well, it's the confidence. Well, like you saw him, he's pushing up to. Here's the replay of the try, but he's pushing up to support. Then he's got to come back and run a decoy. He does the hardest job. He gets criticised. He does the hardest job on the field, and yet he's their go-to man. He's got to score the tries, and he scores a 60-metre try. But if they lose tonight, he's the one that's going to be in the Gatling game.
Important kick here to bring it back to 3 converted tries. They're not done with yet, the Bunnies. Isaac Luke, he missed a relatively simple attempt trying to convert. Whereas the Tazi trying the first half, and he struck that one pretty well. He struck that one very well. He adds the extra 2, 28 points to 10. 3 converted tries, the difference. They're not done with yet, the Bunnies. There still is time.
Oh, look, there's plenty of time for them to get back in the game. And Sandow, this is a good little pass over the top. He couldn't get there any other way. Great strength shown. Hey, look, South Sydney are back in this game, but they've got to score next, and they've got to complete the set. It's very important that they get to their kick. I'd go on 3. Tackle 3, 3 foot down, chase it. Start playing field position with the Cowboys.
It's a reasonable breeze at their back. It's almost going to go into touch on the full. But Merritt takes it. I'm not sure it's as strong as it was earlier in the night. Maybe the advantage that the Cowboys had has not been shared here by the Rabbitohs, but they got themselves to within 3 converted tries, and like they did in the first half, they just had this period where they lost control of a half and maybe lost control of the game in that 10-minute break after half-time. Be interested to see whether Jason Taylor brings George Nadira and Michael Grenfell back into the game at all.
Going quicker, Scott.
Sandow to the line, cut out pass, Farlongo. Here's Wing, and here's trouble for the Cowboys. They must score. Craig Wing, he hasn't played since round 1. He marks his return with a try. The Bunnies have gone back-to-back, and maybe the Bunnies are on their way back.
That's a great setup. Why don't you kick it on the 3rd? Yeah, good work, Gordon. Sandow, great vision, just skips across. Great face ball. That's the money ball there. Craig Wing, you've got to take the man with the football. Craig Wing Good to see him back playing football. One of the marquee players in our game. They're seeing our great ball here.
I'll look into it, mate. I'm pretty happy with the moment that way. Thanks.
Look at
Longo
that, Craig
did very
Wing.
well.
What else?
Well, what about the ball by Longo? Just around the back, no look past the skill level. That's confidence. Don't points breed confidence.
And now, do the Cowboys start, as we mentioned before, looking at the scoreboard and hearing the pitter-patter of Rabbitohs' feet?
Well, there's
Chasing
25 minutes to go. And if they keep on going at this rate, or do they have in the back of their mind, as Isaac Luke?
15 metres out, 20 in from touch.
He adds the extra 2, and the Bunnies are bouncing back.
Do they have
28 to 16?
Sorry, Mark. Do they have in the back of their mind their last 25 minutes against Melbourne Storm last week, where they got blown off the puck? Longo, that's a great ball. Craig Wing, look at that. Put the hammer down straight away. Didn't wait, didn't pass. That's what made that try there, Craig Wing.
Now this becomes an important set for the Cowboys. They can't afford, and they're going to go near touch again. Merritt just decides to take it and taking the ball forward is Stewart. Trying to get the penalty. McPherson's solid run bounces away from Steve Southern, who is carrying that left shoulder again. They run at him. This time to his right shoulder, and Azatazi, a strong run. The momentum has changed dramatically in this game. Stewart again, his second hit up at the set. 4 tackles, they're already over the halfway line. Luke out of acting half. Short ball, Sutton into space. There was no one there for him though. Sandow arrived late, through his hands, went backwards. Now he puts the kick in. Well, they missed an opportunity there, I think, South Sydney, as Brandon Ball returns the football and is tackled. Sutton was looking for a runner, and then Sandow just took his eyes off the football.
But someone's got to come out and get a Chris Sandow. He's running across the field, he's picking up numbers, and the Cowboys are having problems with the numbers running. They just don't, mate, they're not picking the right spots, and they're getting soft tackles, and as you said, Johnny Sutton nearly stood and tackle looking for the unload.
Cashmere, solid run up towards the 40-metre line. There's Steve Southern coming off. I'm going to stick with my initial diagnosis. Watts. Now the kick is going to come. It's off the side of the boot. Is it out on the full from Bartlett? It is. The back row are kicking the ball. It's gone out on the full, and that'll be a changeover. And the walls may be coming crumbling down.
4 on 3, should have went through the hands there. Or 4 on 2 the Cowboys had.
What will South do here? This has been a remarkable turnaround in such a short space of time. They've only had 17 minutes of the second half. It was 12-4 at half-time. Luke out of acting half. Here's Sutton, great tackle. Terrific tackle, just chopping the legs out from underneath him by Mark Henry. Wing takes them on. He's only 5 metres away from the line. They're just hanging on here, the Cowboys, and they're hanging on too long. Another set here for the Rabbitohs. They'll go in here, Souths. And it'll be the converted try the difference. McPherson, solid tackle there from Bartlett, the man that made the mistake. That hurt McPherson. Here's Azatazi looking for a double. He's 2 metres away from the line, right in front of the black dot at Dairy Farmers Stadium. Luke, Sandow, ball out the back. Champion stepping, champion steps, champion's over, and the Bunnies will be back to within a converted try if Isaac Luke can kick the goal. What has happened in Townsville?
Right, Jamie, that's great. He's just a great athlete. He's a strong ball runner. He steps off the left and straightens the plate. Sandow, how many tries has he set up tonight? Cowboys overcompensating, chasing too hard because they didn't have the numbers out there. They didn't move early. They had to race out there. Great footwork, and here come the Bunnies. And aren't they coming in a hurry?
we've not had 20 minutes. We're just coming up to the 20-minute mark. We had 16 points in the first half. We've had 32 in the first 20 minutes of the second.
Are you not entertained?
Sorry?
Are you not entertained?
It's just been extraordinary. But how good was my maths under pressure there, Gordy?
Very good.
I hope I'm wrong.
And what about and what about your crystal ball saying they are going to score this set? If I would have said that, mate, I would have put a stop on them straight
Those
away.
raccoons, Gordy. Spotting those raccoons tonight.
Very bold statement, mate. But a correct one.
Here's Luke. This is an important kick. It's 8 the difference at the moment. We've still got 20 minutes to go. Isaac Luke. He struck it very well. It never looked like missing. Can you believe it? It is now 28 points to 22. 3 tries in a row.
And this is where it all started with South Sydney. They caught him napping, and Craig Wing, he's putting the hammer down. There he goes. Show and go. Great try, great comeback by Craig Wing. And this is the last stand now. Inboard, just left foot step. They had the numbers. He could have scored on the outside, but I'm going to step. He knew the cover was coming, just wasn't good enough.
Dean Eastwood.
But you've got to give Jason Taylor some credit. Bringing these Toyota Cup players in. So how good is a Toyota Cup to pull these guys up to come and play first grade, and the confidence we saw in the Raiders a couple of weeks ago. They just step up. They just play great football with Carney, with Justin Carney, Chris Sandow, Luke Capewell.
As a Tazi, now he's made the error.
Backward 3.
Well, the Rabbitohs have come up with it, have they? What's it going to be here?
Well, he doesn't know.
Cowboys 3. I call 3 Cowboys 3.
Well, he said it went backwards, and the Cowboys have come up with it. He's given the Cowboys the loosened feed. They didn't deserve it back.
You must complete your set.
They never had the ball sets. It was always the Cowboys' ball.
Second row is in.
People that don't know anything about football would have heard, if you've watched football for those, you would have heard after you score points, you must complete your set. You've got to get to your kick, no matter how poor your set is.
If the Rabbitohs win, it's still a big if because they're behind.
I don't reckon it's a big if. Right now, they are the red-hot favourites to win this.
If the Rabbitohs win tonight, it'll be the equal second biggest comeback of all time. Should they do it? And I'm not giving up on the Cowboys yet. I think they could have a try on them here if Kashmir doesn't slip over. Coming back on Ben Vale.
But I reckon it's 50-50 at the moment.
Here's Famuina. Now it comes to Watts. Watts turns the ball. Williams goes under a high tackle from Simpson. The referee's playing advantages here.
Go, 4.
Famuina. Harris.
Tackle 4.
Last tackle. They get a chance if they go to the right. Payne. Famuina back inside the value. He wasn't expecting it. There's no one over here for the Cowboys. Still the last tackle. What are they going to do? They put the ball high in the air. It's come down short. Graham taps it back to Famuina. He's got a chance. He throws it over his head. Watts picks it up. That'll be a changeover.
Great defence, South Sydney, under all sorts of pressure. He's jumped out of the ground as Rabbits and stopped the Cowboys. The Cowboys lost the way there towards the end, but great defence, South Sydney.
Holding. Go.
That's what happens when your halfback's not there, isn't it? Famuina playing halfback tonight.
It's to be expected, but still great defence by South Sydney. They still had to turn up in numbers, make the play, stay in motion.
Not out of danger here yet, though, as Geddes plays it.
I'd be kicking now. One more for a kick.
Here's Sutton. Sutton takes them on again. This time they wrap the football up. 5 metres short of the halfway line. Sandow. Last tackle here for South Sydney. Luke's at acting half. They go to wing. He's under pressure. Charge down. They'll get another set here. Capel. Still the last tackle, says the referee. Well, I've seen them restarted throughout the season. A chip there by Simpson. Talanoa can't get to it. Watts comes up with it. With an injured player in back play for the Cowboys as well. Burns gets to his feet. It's all happening here in Townsville.
How many referees have you seen? If you come running at the football
And turn your back, it's a charge down.
turn your back and they hit you in the head, and it's a charge down at 6 to go. Cowboys dodge a bullet.
10 short of halfway now, they get a penalty.
And back up your mistakes.
Well, let's see. What do you think?
They are
Was it-
coach killers. It's the little things that hurt South Sydney. It's not the big things. They don't struggle with the big things of the game. It's the little things that cost them every week, these little penalties.
Here's this charge down. And that's a charge down. He's coming to make a play at the ball. He turns his back. Even though it's kicked into him, he's making a play.
I don't think he's making a play at the football, but I know he's making a play at the kicker.
Yep. So therefore,
Yeah.
he's making a play.
100%.
Charge down.
One. Stand up.
20 metres away. Burns taking it forward. There's a good driving tackle from Geddes. 12 metres away from the line. Hayne and acting half. Now here's Faumuina. Ball then to Vayu. Great tackle. Sutton a couple of metres away from the line. Watts round the back. They've lost it, the Cowboys, and South's defence holds again.
Double lock on.
Well, that's why the great plays make it look so easy. The Cowboys were under pressure there. They weren't in position. They were rushing. He was rushing to get there. The pass didn't hit the mark. It looks sloppy. It looks clumsy. That's what the good players do. They get into position early. They work hard off the football. All the work is done off the football before it's even coming.
All right, second row's in. Ben, up there. Get up, mate. Matthew, mate, grind around. Arms, mate, that's it. Time on.
I get sick of hearing referees telling first-grade footballers how to pack scrums. Penalise them, and they will not do it. And if they want to put a fullback in there or a centre in there or a winger to put a big bloke out there, penalise him as well.
Go. Stand. Holding. Go.
Round 16.
There's Farlongo.
And a penalty.
And a penalty.
Yes, your hands in there, knocked it out. Hands in there, knocked it out.
Whose hand was it? Faumuina. There he is. There's a hand in there. I'm not sure whose it was, but certainly a hand in there. No question about that. I'm not sure whether he was the guilty party, but he was there,
No, Scott
aiding and
Bolton.
abetting.
Scott Bolton was, mate.
One. Movement.
Well, there was
Short side.
6 hands around the football.
Farlongo plays it. Luke to Azatazi. Spinning. Great ball. Geddes. He's tackled there by Cashmere. It's a shame it was Geddes and not a faster man for South. 5 metres away from the line. Luke, now it comes to Wing. He had Sutton on his shoulder. Faumuina hit him. Now to Luke, not played. That says the referee. It was. The tackle count restarts at 0. Luke will play 5 metres away from the line. Here's Sandown. They've got numbers, the Rabbitohs. He kicks on 0. It's knocked over the dead ball line by Brandon Ball. They'll get it again. But that was a strange one there from Chris Sandown when they had the numbers.
Well, that's not the play you want. Not on the second tackle. You got him under pressure. Roy Asatasi, great hit and spin. Great ball. You're a bit hard on Geddes. At least he's there backing up, Mark. He's the front row backing up his soldier, his teammate. But that's not the play. If they go through the hands, they got more chance of scoring. Very lucky they got a repeat set there.
They would have had 5 tackles up their sleeve. This is a tough one for Farlongo. But in the end, it bounced nicely for him. 20 metres away, 25 metres away from the line. They trail by 6 here, South. They trail by 24 after 10 minutes of the second half. 18 minutes ago, they trail by 24. Now it comes back to Luke. He's got no one in support. He has to take them on himself. He beats a couple of tries to throw it out the back, and Burns has come up with it.
They've got to tackle him low, Isaac Luke. He's such a robust, compact little runner. Last week, 2 tries against the Titans, all 10 metres out.
Here's Southern getting ready to come back on. They need his defence out there. 2 players are coming off for the Cowboys. They didn't know which one was to come off. Burns comes from the field and Southern goes back on.
And the Cowboys are walking. They need to complete this set. Where's their centres? Where's their wingers? Get in there and help these guys.
Here's Vayu taking it forward. He's lost the football now. Sutton picks it up. They didn't know the Cowboys. There's a great tackle by Bartlett.
I told you I could stop the train.
30 metres out from the line. Here's Wing. Wing turns the ball back inside to Geddes. And Geddes is tackled 25 metres away from the line. 11 minutes of play remaining. As Atazi, someone's been called offside. Aaron Payne was too deep at marker, says the referee. Didn't become involved in the play as Azatazi plays it. Now wing ball to Simpson. Great tackle there by John Williams. It was a try saver a couple of metres out from the line.
Had to be made.
Wing at acting half. Now it comes to Sandow. Short ball, Sutton. Where's his support? Does he need it? Yes, he does. He's tackled only a metre away from the line. Luke's at acting half. It comes to Wing. Wing with a long ball back to Capewell. Capewell there looking for someone. He gives it to Talanoa. He comes away from touch. The Cowboys' defence on this occasion is outstanding. Here's the last tackle. Wing, they may be in front of him. It may be too deep. It is. It's over the dead ball line on the full. A little bit of rust there from Craig Wing, who's got cramp. It's a 20-metre restart. Somehow the Cowboys have held on. Players going down everywhere for the bunnies with cramp.
Well, they're superheroes. How many bullets did they dodge? 2 try savers, one by Cashmere, one by Williams. Now this is the pressure. This is where the good sides. This is where the Cowboys have got to bite on their mouth guard. Get out of here. Get to the kick.
But this is where the Cowboys have been relying on Jonathan Thurston as well. And he's not there tonight. Who's going to step up?
And Carl Webb and Luke O'Donnell. And Travis Burns. And Matt Barnes.
Here's Famuina. Will it be Aaron Payne that directs them? Now do they start thinking field goal to Gordon inside the final 10 minutes? Southern takes it forward. 30 metres away from the line. Isaac Luke copped the knock there in the tackle. Last tackle, Watts from 35 out. It's to the left, it'll go over the dead ball line, 20-metre restart.
Well, but now South know, right, that they're under the pump. The Cowboys are under the pump. They needed the point. They think that they can't score another try. This is where the Cowboys have got to hold strong here. They just showed their hand in paper. This is what I've got now. South are going to throw everything at them.
Michael Greenfield comes back on for South Sydney after being yanked earlier in this half. Scott Geddes is replaced. They've made 9 interchanges, South. They've got 1 left with 8.5 to go. George Nadira won't get much game time tonight, you wouldn't think. Isaac Luke in there at acting half. Here's Greenfield. He was the one that made the error that got the Cowboys. Here's Sam Bowie on debut, getting ready to come on for North Queensland. That was what the cheer you might have heard as Merritt back on the inside. What a time to throw him on with 8 to go. And 6 the difference. Last tackle, Sandow kicking. Here comes Simpson, the interception there by Williams. Not enough height on the kick.
Williams has had a strong game tonight. Scored a try, got up above the pack there. Never took his eyes off the football. Great play. Didn't worry about defending the play. I'm going to have a go at this football.
Sam Bowie going on debut for North Queensland. I think it's Bartlett has come off for the Cowboys, so the youngster. And they've lost the ball. An error made by North Queensland. Scott Bolton has given South Sydney an opportunity here. I thought Greenfield was going to try and throw the miracle ball to Luke. Surely they can't keep them inviting the Rabbitohs in and hold on to North Queensland. Sutton has beaten a tackle and taken the ground from behind by Mark Henry. 15 metres away from the line. Oh, we headed for Golden Point. Here's Merritt coming away from his touchline. He's 9 metres away from the line. And they give away a penalty, Ashley Graham. They are just hanging on here, North Queensland. But if South's got anything left.
But when the Cowboys get the football, they're in control of this game. They don't need to score points. They need to play field position.
Here comes Stewart. Straight at Tronk, who makes the tackle. Cashmere there as well. He's only a metre away from the line. Luke back inside to Greenfield. He's over. Can he get it down or is he held up? He's held up. No way through there. And the referee right on the spot. Doesn't come back out. 10 metres out.
Straight back. Wait there.
I think
on tackle 2.
I think Craig Wing's going to play to Fayalongo or out the back to Capewell.
Luke Now here's Wing to Capewell. Capewell will just stroll over. Sam Bowie on debut, didn't make the tackle, and Capewell has scored the try, and Isaac Luke has the chance to level it up here in Townsville.
Well, it was a great setup. You saw Craig Wing here. He had two options. Hit Faulunga, big strong ball runner, and he would have scored closer. Both options there for Craig Wing would have scored. I don't know what the Cowboys were doing in defence. They come up their hole. They got to attack him. On the try line, you've got to cut down their time. Give them less time to make options, then they might come up with the wrong one. Great setup. Welcome back, Craig Wing. The longer he's played, the more the confidence has come back.
Now Isaac Luke from touch. He kicked one here earlier. Will he make it two in a row? Will we be going to Golden Point? Here comes Luke. It's on its way. It's on its way. It never looked like missing. Can you believe it? 28-4 they trailed. It's now 28-all. The Rabbitohs, what a remarkable comeback, and I don't think they're done with yet.
Well, I don't think they are. As I said, Craig Wing, great ball. Good hit both players there. I said, here come the Bunnies. Mate, how good's this competition? Last week, three games gone down to 1 point. Golden Point on Friday night.
Draw after Golden Point as well. We had 5 games last week decided by 2 points or less. Now we're locked up again here in Townsville, 4.5 to go. I'm still not counting the Cowboys out. I think if they can get the ball down this end of the field, they've got some points in them still. They haven't scored though since the 48th or 49th minute mark of this half.
Well, South have got a kick now. They can't change their arm. Kick.
They've got 2 tackles left in this set. They're 5 short of halfway. Sandow, they're short over here, the Cowboys. If they would have gone through their hands, it was only one defender, and that was Bowie. Last tackle, they're still short if they want to run it. Wing is going to kick, puts it high in the air. Watts over his shoulder, does very well, but they've got to go 90, and there's players for the Cowboys who are out on their feet trying to get back on side. Here's Bowie out of acting half. Picking up some metres. Where will they kick from here, the Cowboys? Williams. They've used up 3 already. Payne. Away from Wing. Now here's Henry. Will they look for a 40-20 maybe? Here's Brandon Ball, another debutant, picking up some good metres. Last tackle here for North Queensland. Watts is going to kick. He gets it away straight there to Capewell. There's 3 minutes of play remaining. They need to defend here, the Cowboys, and try and keep South Sydney down this end of the field.
What you're doing now is you're playing for a mistake, mate. You're just playing and praying that, you know, that a good shot underneath the ribcage or tackle around the football.
He's lost it. Talanoa has lost it. Surely we'll check here. I thought he tried to pass the football, and I think he's lost it.
And he doesn't want to make a decision. Will the video ref come in and say whether he's lost it or not?
No, there's no lock-in.
And I think he's got him in a tight game like this. Get the decision right.
Here it is. There's a hand there. Was it stripped or did he just lose it?
Well, is he playing at the football? Look, that's a 50-50 call. They can go either way, and I'd be happy.
He's lost that. I'm going to say he's lost that, and that's play on. What's the video referee, Russell Smith, saying? Well, hold on.
Well, that's just a 50-50 call, and they're the ones that you want to go your way.
And what it means is South are going to be down in field goal position.
If they don't make
And
another
the Cowboys should have been in field goal position. I disagree with that, but I may be wrong. That hand may have played at the football. But I just think the bloke's got to hang on to it a bit better. Luke with a tap. Here's Stewart. Tronk with a tackle. Another tackle for Shane Tronk off the bench. 34 he's made. Ray Cashmere's made 41. He's made another. The two of them have combined to bring Greenfield to ground. Will they go early? Sandow's back on the 30-metre line. Luke out of acting half.
He almost opened them up. The Cowboys are in trouble here. Craig Wing's right in front of the post. Sandow's there pushing Wing out of the way. Sandow will go for it now. No, they're going to go for the try. He's going to show the kick and run and get tackled 8 metres out from the line. There's no one there to take the drop goal. There's no one at acting half. Azatazi played at. 6 to go, Surely. Went backwards. He's back to 0. Luke is now tackled. There's less than 90 seconds to go. They've got to go shortly. Surely the Rabbitohs. Sandow at acting half. Here's Wing. Goes back to no one. Greenfield wasn't expecting it. They're now 20 metres away.
Doing kick a point to win the game.
Ashley Graham with the tackle. I can't believe this. Now Wing. He comes back towards the post. They don't know what to do. Stewart does. He goes straight and hard. They've got to go now. Sandow's pointing. It comes to Luke. Now to Azatazi. He's running towards touch. Now back to Simpson. Simpson takes them on. He's only half a metre away. We've got 45 seconds to go. Sandow's back on the 20-metre line. They're not going to him. Now they do. He's under the pump. He kicks it. And he kicked the field goal. The Rabbitohs are going to win. It is going to be the equal second biggest comeback in the history of rugby league. I don't believe how they did it either. I can't believe what I've seen tonight here at Dairy Farmers Stadium in Townsville. What a remarkable game of rugby league. And it ain't over yet, buddy. There's still time for the Cowboys to get the ball back from the kick. He's knocked it on. Can they get there to take the scrum quickly enough? There's 10 seconds to go. There's 7 of them in there. They've called time off. I don't believe this.
There's flankers everywhere.
We cannot have a golden point at 29 all, surely. This is unbelievable.
Well, I knew it was going to be an exciting game of football, and it has been.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
Well, I can't believe things, but I can't believe things. I can't believe South took so long to take 1 pointer.
What do the Cowboys do here? Do they take the
They have a
field
shot
goal
straight away right now. Have a shot.
Have they got time? Up their sleeve. They wanted a penalty, and they've just thrown the ball away. Watts. They're going to give a penalty. He's going to give a penalty here. He's going to give a penalty. He's going to give a penalty right in front, a differential right in front of South Sydney.
This is where you drop a field goal. Tap for a field goal. Tap field goal.
He's given the penalty.
No problem with the distance. Tap field goal.
They deliberately held the ball
Differential
in
penalty.
the
He's all
Cowboys
broke early.
to get the penalty.
Smart play, Aaron Payne.
It's a penalty. Oh, you can, but it's no goal.
Oh, you can, but it's no goal.
It's a
What are
penalty.
they going to do
Go
here?
out.
South think it's another scrum. It's a penalty.
It's a differential penalty.
They think it's another scrum. They've got no idea. I can't believe tonight. Is there a full moon out somewhere? What is going on? This is just the most extraordinary game of rugby league I think I've ever seen. They'll kick for touch to get a bit closer. They'll work the ball. They can't get any closer. They almost kicked a touch in goal.
On the line, guys. On the line.
That would have just added to the drama. They're too close. They've got to go. No, they're too close. They've got to go right up to the goal line. They've kicked it too close, I think.
No, you can bring the ball back.
No, you can't. Not from this. You can take it back from the penalty, but not from the free kick. You must take the tap on the mark. You must take the free kick on the mark. You can't take that back. He is. That's what I'm saying. I think they've gone too far.
Get on side.
It's got to come back to Watts. Here we go from 15 out. Charge down. Still alive. The Rabbitohs have come up with it in one of the most remarkable games of rugby league you will ever see. And you saw it live and exclusive right here on Fox Sports. What a game.